Hello, 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 everyone. What's new, card crew? Welcome back to CGC Cards Card Connection. We are on episode 8, and I hope you all are having a great start to the new year. Today is January 12th, 2024. Welcome in, everyone. We will be having a collaboration later on in the stream. Special guest Fausto, Mr. Sketch Card Hive, will be checking out this box of Fleer Ultra Midnight Suns together. But first off, we gotta get into what's new. Check out news, new releases, talk some recent happenings. I feel like there is a lot of news, especially in the sports world this week, so I know I won't be covering everything. I tried to gather a little bit of everything to share with you all. But yes, last week we felt like it was really light on news, so glad to have some more things to get on into for you all this week. But welcome in chat so far, seeing Mako, Slabstrong UK, Shannon Hoon 74, Jake, Bad Wizard, Suze, Alonzo Collectibles, welcome in everyone. And of course the Streamlabs bot is here. If you are having any questions, having any commands that you want to check out, if you want to know what the commands are, use exclamation point and then the word commands in chat, and the Streamlabs bot will share with you all what commands are available. You can check out the news. If you have questions on grading, it'll drop you the link that you need to use to get to wherever information can be found on our websites. Acorn, welcome in. This is a rough week for old guy coaches. Yeah, some coaching news as well. I saw Patriots got a new head coach. I will admit, I honestly didn't realize that the Super Bowl was in a couple weeks. It's like a month away. I know it always happens in like February, but I was like, oh, Super Bowl, mid-February. I was like, what? What do you mean already? It feels like football season just got started, but, you know, a lot has happened so far this season. But first and foremost, got to get into our update on CGC cards around the world, give you guys some info on what shows we have coming up that CGC cards will be attending in the near future. Do have the TCG Gala in Germany. That is the closest one up to today's date. That is January 20th and 21st at the Motor World Köln in Cologne, Germany. So the German branch of CGC Cards will be attending, accepting card submissions. And there's also, I know, submits to enter to win a chance to go to some special gala after the event, dinner. So very cool, interesting. It's interesting to see, like, dinners and stuff with events. I'm not quite sure. I honestly haven't been to a lot of shows. Interesting. I wonder if that's something that happens at any major events in the United States. But I thought that was neat activation and event going on at that show in general. But yeah, TCG Gala Germany, like I said, January 20th and 21st in Cologne. Then Culture Collision is the next US-based show that is happening just outside of Atlanta at the Cobb Galleria Center in Marietta, Georgia. That is January 26th through the 28th, and I will be there. So if you all are attending Culture Collision, stop by the CGC Cards booth, of course, submit some cards, and say hello. Participate in our marketing activations, play Plinko, enter to win some fancy CGC swag as well, with different submission drop-off promotions. Can find more. I'll be giving you guys more information about that next week, especially since I will be at the show January 26th through the 28th. We won't be having an episode of Card Connection. You know, I won't be here to film it, although should be some special events at the show. Main stage, perhaps? Give you all more information on that next week, so make sure to stay tuned. Then MegaCon Orlando. I know I keep mentioning it. I've been mentioning it for the past several weeks here, but February 1st through 4th, MegaCon Orlando, CGC Cards, Comics, all verticals will be there attending. MegaCon keeps announcing more neat guests. I'm like, man, I wish I could go this year, but I know that I would spend way too much money on signatures and not be very productive. But MegaCon, always a fun time. And if those of you that are submitting comics, there is an exclusive label featuring a really cool alligator. So if you'd like to see what that looks like and learn more about CGC's attendance at MegaCon, use command MegaCon in chat. I see some of you making use of the commands already. Thank you, everyone. Alrighty. Then finishing out our list of shows for tonight, do have the Yorkshire Card Show, February 24th, 2024. That is in the UK. It is at the SCL New York Stadium in Rotherham, United Kingdom. So CGC Cards UK will be there accepting submissions. Then for some news, lots of news this week. I'm sure a lot of you have already heard about LeBron James and Fanatics and Tiger Woods and Nike and Connor Bedard's breaking his face, but let's go ahead and hop on into news and announcements, starting off with some very special CGC news. We have extended our Card Connection coupon. Use code CardConnection for $50 off of a premium or elite tier membership. So there is a way to get free membership to submit, because you do need a membership, but free unpaid membership to submit cards. However, there are premium and elite tier options that do come with their own benefits. If you'd like to learn more about that, make sure to use the commands. Although I am not seeing the links myself, I'm wondering if I'm in the wrong format. Let me see. It doesn't look like the links are working. Let me toggle the cloud bot on and off real quick. Seems like it's struggling today. Streamlabs sometimes can be a little difficult. I see the bots posting. It doesn't seem to be posting the links. Let me see. I did just reset it. Streamlabs bot, please help us out. Please help us out. Ah, there we go. There we go. It's one of those things, it's like, oh, have you tried turning it off and on again? It's like, how does that fix anything? Sometimes it actually does work. Or at least the MegaCon one is working. Let me see. Let me hit refresh. Turn it off and on again. Hold on. Is it truly an episode of Card Connection without mild technical difficulty? Anyways. I'll be getting to the Portland recap. There we go. There it is. I'll be getting into the recap as well, verbally. More details, of course, in the article, which I would appreciate you check out, but we'll get to that a little bit. But yeah, new announcement this week on January 8th. CGC Cards did announce that we are now grading Jason Anime cards. So if you'd like to learn more about Jason Anime cards, use the command Jason Anime. I will admit it was not a brand that I was familiar with myself, but the information that I learned is that Jason Anime is one of the largest producers of trading cards, toys, blind boxes, statues, and stickers in China. The company has partnered with different intellectual property holders to bring unique products to collectors in China, including worldwide favorites such as Disney, Universal Studios, Warner Brothers, Tomy, and more. So if you check out the press release for that by using the command Jason Anime, you can see some of their really awesome Disney cards that they've made and some beautiful CGC slabs and learn more about those cards that we are now accepting for grading. Another important announcement this week that doesn't have a whole lot of further details just quite yet, but on January 9th was announced that CGC Cards will be opening a Tokyo office later on in 2024. So per that press release, collectibles submitted to CGC's Tokyo office will be transported with full insurance coverage to CGC headquarters for authentication, grading, and encapsulation, and then returned to the Tokyo office, of course, with full insurance coverage during transits to be returned to the submitter. So not like on-site grading at this time when that Tokyo office opens. Collectibles will be transported to HQ and then transported back to the office to then be sent back out to the submitters. So if you want to check out more information about that, although of course there's no opening dates or anything like that just quite yet, use Command Tokyo to get that press release. And then moving on to some sports news, we'll go through sports and then TCGs. But, of course, LeBron James, big news this week for the basketball hobby. It was teased on 1/8, LeBron causing an uproar by a vague posting about Fanatics, tagging Tops and Fanatics on an Instagram post with the caption, "Greatness awaits." And then it was officially announced on the 10th that LeBron James has signed a multi-year exclusive contract with Fanatics. Will be having his first appearance on cards in 2023-24 Bowman University Chrome. He's going to have one card in that set, and that is a dual one-of-one Superfractor autograph with his son, Bronny, which I was like, that's neat. That's really cool. They also, I think today, posted a video. Like there was the narrated video with LeBron earlier in the week, but it's a video of the card, LeBron and Bronny holding it. It looked really cool. And yeah, this is big news. LeBron was an exclusive Upper Deck athlete for over 20 years, had been since 2003 before he was even drafted. So big shift there for LeBron James signing for Fanatics for Topps products. Like I said, first set that he's going to be in, he's going to have one card, that dual auto, in Bowman University Chrome. Now, will we be seeing other LeBron cards? Maybe. We'll have to wait for further details. But for autographs, we'll be having that Superfractor dual auto. Then for NHL news, very unfortunate, we touched upon, I think, might have happened actually right after the stream, but Connor Bedard was placed on injury reserve on the 6th after fracturing his jaw during a game on the 5th, so last Friday. It was revealed that he did undergo surgery on the 8th and will be out for 6 to 8 weeks. So Connor Bedard is gone for the time being. He will unfortunately not be able to participate in the All-Star game because that's at the beginning of February. But speedy recovery. He was having an amazing rookie season. Hopefully, we'll be able to see him play in, 6 to 8 weeks. But we'll just have to wait and find out. Recovery times are always an estimate. Hopefully, his procedure and all of his healing goes very smoothly. And for golf news, another big sponsor shakeup. Tiger Woods and Nike have ended their 27-year partnership, and that was announced on the 8th. However, Tiger Woods has not stated where he'll be wearing apparel for next. Tiger Woods, of course, another Upper Deck exclusive athlete, but in terms of apparel sponsorship, that deal with Nike is done. Tiger Woods did state that there'll be a next chapter, however, has not revealed any further information. So big sponsorship news and signing news for autographs this week. Very interesting to see how things will proceed from here. Into some interesting TCG news, something that I was a big fan of. Square Enix earlier this week on the 10th did reveal box arts and tease some of the cards for their 23rd Final Fantasy TCG release. That set will be called Hidden Trials, is expected to release in August of 2024. Sets on the press release stated that it is posed to elevate the limit break mechanic with custom themed cards that are reported to turn the tide of battle. For collectors, the set will include a very special card, very rare as well, showcasing original illustration of Lightning by Miki Yamashita. So it just said very rare special card. It did not say signature stamp card. Final Fantasy TCG has gotten very popular over the past few sets for having Tetsuya Nomura stamped cards, and also super rare, hard to find card of Estinian from Final Fantasy XIV in Dawn of Heroes. Next set coming out in March will have a Nomura stamped Sephiroth autograph. Not sure if that will be a special foil like the Estinian was in Dawn of Heroes, or if the Lightning will have some sort of signature stamp. It was just teased as very rare special card. It is also the same card that is the revealed box art, which is absolutely beautiful. I do recommend you all at least Google Final Fantasy Hidden Trials, if not visiting the Square Enix website, checking out the official Final Fantasy TCG website. Also, for the first time in the Final Fantasy TCG's 23 sets, Final Fantasy Record Keeper will have their first theme cards in the set. So each Final Fantasy TCG release, it'll pull images, new illustrations, video game screenshots, promotional art from different Final Fantasy series, of which, 16 mainline games and counting, all kinds of spin-offs, mobile games. Games, I will admit, I wasn't familiar with myself as a Final Fantasy fan until I saw some of the arts and I learned about obscure Nintendo Wii Chocobo games and things like that. Really cool, lots of variety, lots of different styles as well for collectors. But yeah, so Record Keeper getting their first TCG cards for this iteration of Final Fantasy TCG in August. So That is the Final Fantasy TCG news for tonight. And then Pokemon. Some interesting Pokemon news. A lot of new card reveals for the upcoming Japanese releases have been happening. But also, we did get an interesting note. The Van Gogh Pikachu with gray felt hat, is getting a European reprint. So Pokemon Company did announce that will be in European local card shops. We'll be getting 100 copies per store to give out with in-store purchases of 30 euros or more. So it will be not like the Van Gogh Museum where you had to visit and fill out like a little puzzle. It is more similar to the US, Canada, and I believe Japan Pokemon Center promotions where you had to buy certain value worth on the website and then you got a card. So this will be at local card shops in the EU. So of course, a lot of people speculating if we'll see that distributed outside of the EU or it's just a European. But yeah, interesting news regarding the Van Gogh Pikachu. Then of course, Team CGC Cards had another solid performance last weekend at the Portland Regional Championships. Azul Garcia Griego, who we did have on the show a couple of weeks ago, back in episode 5, I believe, did have his 4th top 8 finish of the season, 4th top 8 regional finish in a row. Very, very impressive. Already doubling his top cut finishes from the prior season. Lots of talk in the competitive Pokemon community that this is shaping up to be a legendary run for Azul. Congratulations. But also not too bad for the rest of our members either. Grant Manley finishing in the top 36. Then Caleb Gettimer didn't have that great of a showing, but of course, you know, that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Did give me the information, so I'm not picking out stats to be rude, but Caleb did say it was his first time missing day 2 in 11 consecutive events, first time since May of 2023, unfortunately. So broke a pretty big streak there by not making day 2 this time, but gonna be better next time. You know, just got to keep going. But yes, the Portland Regional Recap article is available for you all to read. If you use command Portland in chat, the bot will drop that. And it has now been approved for people that write specific articles and not press releases. You could put your name on it starting in 2024. So big surprise. I have been writing the articles since late October. So if you guys would read them, I would really appreciate it. I think they're entertaining. You all can read them and say, Allie, you're really not funny. Stop trying to be cool next week. Or perhaps you'll really like them. You'll just have to read them and find out. But yes, that new article is up today. Usually try to get it out the Wednesday after the competition. However, was a little late getting some of the information to write that article. But yes, that is up tonight. But that recaps all of our news and announcements I have for you all. One last thing before I know y'all are itching to get into this box of Midnight Suns. And I'm sure Fausto is really excited as well. I am too, of course. I even got a box for myself. So, you know, when I was like, which box are we going to open for Card Connection? I was like, So we'll see this box and then my box. I'm waiting to open my box. I haven't opened it yet. I want to get our first look here together. Talking new releases, on the 10th, we did have Panini Phoenix Football, Onyx Vintage Football. Then on the 12th today, Magic Gathering Ravnica Remastered came out. Interesting. I like the Ultra Pro actually put out some playmats on their website today. I got an email. So some of the anime Fibblethip the Lost has a holofoil speckled super, you know, extra priced version because it's extra shiny. Super cute playmat. I did order that because I totally need to have more playmats. Not like I have 75 playmats that I don't use. A lot of great art in Ravnica Remastered. Unfortunately, don't have any to open tonight, but definitely big release from Magic Gathering today. Then Immaculate Collection Basketball, Panini Prime Racing, Upper Deck Ice Hockey, and Flair Ultra Midnight Suns, which we'll be getting on into next. Let me catch up on chats. I know I was speed running all of the news so we can get into our box opening here. But Marvel Madness MCU, welcome in. Gilles, welcome in. Happy birthday. Terry 3Gs, welcome in. Anyone else whose name I've missed? The Streamlabs bot is taking up a lot of space on my column. Do apologize, but we are ready to go ahead and swap gears to a breaking area. Let me put on my headphones first, And of course, chat, please let me know if we're having audio issues. Last time I used the collab cam, it was either I could hear or you guys could hear. I think we fixed that issue. I tested out before we got started, but if there's any issues, please be like, Allie, we can't hear, instead of just letting me embarrass myself more than usual. So let's go ahead and swap over here and welcome to our guests. Hello. Welcome. This is our Marvel card expert. If you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, sir. Yes. Oh, no, hold on. Chat's saying that he can't hear. Oh, come on. Why is it not? This is always. Hold on. All right. Can you talk now? Let's see.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Chat, can you hear? See, it's that 15 seconds delay gets me every time.
Ah. He's muted. Nope.
See, now they're like, oh, we can't hear. So let's now I gotta sit here and stare. I'll just stare depressingly into the camera. There we go. Okay, it's fixed. Yay, there we go. Now I can stop being extra weird.
Yay.
Woo!
Awesome. I'm so excited about this.
You're saying your friend is a writer for this set? Or something?
Yes. No. So I have a friend, his Instagram handles the writer. Ghostwriter fan, man thing, and just a really big fan of the set. And he's been super hyped about this, and a couple of us have been. And getting a preview of the art as of yet, I haven't seen a lot of it, but I've seen some previews, and I have to say it looks really nice. And Fleer Ultra is perfect with some amazing inserts in there. So I'm really looking forward to see what you pull.
Yeah, I will admit this set really snuck up on me. I feel like I hadn't heard of it until Upper Deck started posting on our Instagram some of the previews, and I was just enamored with all of the original base art, because this is a 100 card set with all new art. I know not all Marvel sets will use new art, especially things like Annual will use shots from the past year of comics, but this is all new original art, and I'm excited to check it out. So, interesting design here for the box. They are thick stock cards, if you all can't tell. This box only has 12 packs in it, and there's only 6 cards per pack. So in a box, it looks like you get a lot, but don't be deceived by the larger size. The cards themselves are big. You can get artist autographs, you can get one-of-one sketch cards, you can get one-of-one parallels, you can even get little mini cards inside little tombstone-shaped rip cards, which is neat. Discover thematic inserts, spellcraft stories, Spirit of Vengeance, Strange Tales, Hellfire, and more. And while I go ahead and open this up, Fausto, if you could go ahead and tell everyone a little bit about Midnight Suns, because it wasn't a group that I personally was super familiar with prior to checking out this release.
Me either, actually. So apparently it started in 1992, and then they had their own series in 93. And Midnight Suns is really just the supernatural hero element of the Marvel Comics. And seeing what the MCU is doing in talking about Black Knight and the Ebony Sword, there's a lot of speculation going into that Marvel and MCU is going to really start focusing on the supernatural aspect of it, which is very exciting because characters are actually just really fun to and they're drawn in this very cool way. And I have to say, especially for this set, I love the design. It kind of like an iron gate outside of a haunted house. It's really beautiful foiling. I'm excited to see the comic cuts. There's a lot of new issues that have first appearances for particular characters here, like Moon Knight, Werewolf by Night's first appearance. So they have those comic cuts here. I don't know. It's looking really good.
Yeah, I really actually enjoyed the MCU Moon Knight. That was my first introduction to Moon Knight outside of just had vaguely heard of him before. And I believe actually the MCU product of that should be coming. I think it's scheduled for end of this month or early February. So hopefully no delays on that. And maybe we'll get to check out a box or two of that here on the channel as well. Well,
That'd be
'cause
awesome.
I know Oscar Isaac has been signing for Star Wars, so perhaps may have some autographs in that as well.
I've heard rumors that he's in there. I'm hoping that's true. And then Werewolf by Night might be another series they're coming out with too. So I don't know. It's going to be pretty cool. Pretty creepy 2024.
Yeah, I'm excited. Let's go ahead and get on into our first pack. And just
So
the
how many
one
cards per
box
pack?
opening. Just 6 cards per pack. So, but they're all really thick, so.
And good variety too, which is why I like Flair Ultra.
Now this pack here only has 5, however we do have something large, so I'm wondering if we're starting off with a comic cut. So I think the Flair Ultra Avengers cuts were like 130 point.
Yes.
Whereas like,
So that's
the
Black
card's also
Panther
like
by
matte
Simone.
too.
Oh,
It's got like a
It looks
matte
awesome.
finish. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, these
That
cards are
looks good.
beautiful.
Uh-huh.
All right. It's like a green parallel coming up. Dagger.
Oh, Simone Bianchi. That's stunning.
Such great art. I believe that the signature series for Bianchi just ended on like the 5th for people to send in their cards, but
Yep.
super cool. All right, what was this? Maybe it's a rip card. Oh no, it is a cuts. Comic clippings,
Oh,
Doctor
wow.
Strange. That's cool. From Doctor Strange 2015. This is issue number 386.
That's a great looking cut too.
Yeah, number 17 of 40. That's cool. Writer Donny Cates, cover artist Nico Henrichon. And the
Don Cates
penciler
is a
as-
big one to look out for.
That's
really cool.
I like that. Now I need to check and make sure I have proper size sleeves. So Spellcraft Stories is our first insert here. I like it. Got Blade on there. That is a silver parallel. Looks like the parallels are labeled on the back, which I do appreciate. That doesn't happen every set. That is good to know.
Nope. They need to be that needs to be common practice for sure. That's important.
Yeah, I feel like it's been happening more frequently.
Yeah. There was I forgot what set made it was a huge problem. I think it was X-Men Metal. And then after that, UD kind of has made it a point.
Especially
to,
with the cards that had like gold art to begin with, you couldn't tell if it was like a gold parallel or a gold. Only by looking at like the logo, which sometimes too, like even in different lights, it's like it looked a little different. But yeah, it's crazy to think X-Men Metal was already like 3 years ago.
Time flies. That's pretty insane.
All right, pack 2. We do have 6 cards in here. In other Fleer Ultra Avengers boxes I've opened, so very similar to this product, although that did release last year. Sometimes you have packs with 5 cards and like 1 thicker card, but sometimes you could also have packs that have 7 cards, with one of them being like a special acetate insert as well.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Adam Warlock.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
A lot of first-time appearances for certain characters too in this set, which is pretty fun.
And we have Topaz Green.
That's cool. Oh, so this is a puzzle card. This next one.
9-piece puzzle, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. Which piece number is this? 8 of 9. These usually fall like every 3 boxes, I think.
I think that's right, yeah.
So very cool. More rare. Welcome in everyone just joining. Another Spellcraft Stories. Silver. And Dormammu. Parallel is a silver. So regular silver parallels are not numbered, as far as I can tell. Alright, so that one, it is extra shiny, however very similar to the base color scheme. Oh no, actually it is. They're all silver. Interesting. So the base is labeled as silver. That is good to know. I was expecting, because it was the last card in the pack, that it was going to be different. But that was not the case.
Gotcha.
Sometimes the angle I look at, stuff looks extra shiny. So no, that's just me. So silver seems to be the base designation. Good to know. Melfi Collectibles says the set looks great. I agree. Card's looking very nice so far. Really cool art. We have a green and a blue in this pack.
Oh, wow.
Black Hearts, Falcon green, Adam Warlock, their blue parallel. That is number 87 of 180. Now, I know for the Avengers Flare Ultra product, the numbering was like references to stuff. Would you have any idea what maybe the 180 is referencing?
It might be to the issue. It might be to something with the character. The 180 here might not be a call out to something or an homage to a first appearance number, but some cards did do that. So I forgot the first year of Avengers, and I think that was maybe some of the reference to why it was that insert number. But for Midnight Suns 180, I don't know if that's something specific. But some of them I'm sure are.
All right. Next up, Caretaker. Ooh, we do have Werewolf by Night. That's cool.
Very cool. I like that one.
That is cool. Who's the artist on this one? Let's see. Pascal Millet. Very cool.
I like that piece.
We have a green Spellcraft Stories.
Very cool.
Oh, that's cool. This has no border on it. That's some sort of parallel. But the green is unnumbered on these Spellcraft Stories too. Okay, good to know. So this is Ultra Shades. So this is an insert.
Oh, Ultra Shades. That's cool.
It's cool. It reminds me of the like what ifs from Marvel Masterpieces. Now it has like a regular background, but just the not having any like on the front.
I like no text, man. It's really great. The set that really did no text and minimal text was 96mm, and it's just really gives the art the ability to stand out on the card.
Yeah. Ooh, another
I love that
Bianchi
Captain Marvel. That's such a good piece.
That is so nice. A lot of Bianchi art in here. That's, I think, maybe the third one that we've seen.
Yeah, there's a good variety in there. I was looking up the artist when they showed the preview, and I don't know. I like the look of the set overall, and I always think that's a big thing when you like set collectors too.
We do have acetate.
Make sure your binder pages have some variety.
We've got Skinny Card Alert.
All right.
Ooh. I think it's purple. We got Jinx, Zadkill, Cosmic Ghost Rider.
There he is.
See, Ghost Rider being a flaming skull, it's like, why does he need a spacesuit?
You know what? I am not going to argue that, and it makes a lot of sense. Maybe the fire with the oxygen? I don't know. There's some kind of science in there, Allie.
Ooh, it is purple. Ooh, Hellfire.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool. So Lilith. Ooh. I think I still have some of the spacers from... Yeah, there we go. It is purple. I know it's hard to see on the background, but yeah.
That's a cool effect, though.
It is.
Wow, that was...
Is it the Hellfires? That is cool. Doesn't appear to be numbered or anything. This reminds me, though, of the... They were the acetate parallels of a set from Flare Ultra X-Men.
Yes.
Like, I remember I have a Storm like a gold parallel.
Uh-huh. Hellfire combines acetate stock with a rainbow foil die cut look.
They're also similar to the, for those of everyone in chat that enjoys hockey cards, the special Young Gun parallels out of SP Authentic, where they're like 3D, very similar to this with the acetate background, but there's card stock as well. So that's really pretty. I like that. And we also have first insert to the box for the Thaumaturgical Artifacts.
Oh, weird. That's cool.
It's cool.
I just think these are designed very well.
I like them a lot. Blackout.
Yeah. I'm going to pick up one.
Spirit of Vengeance. Goose Rider. What?
Yeah.
It's a goose?
That's cool.
Johnny
That's
Glaze.
A deep cut. That's pretty awesome.
At night, Johnny Glazed, an ordinary goose, transformed into the Goose Rider. He rode the Gooser cycle, whose flames could roast marshmallows and hot dogs for a tasty meal. When enemies like Chainsaw picked a fight with him by tripping his bike, he could summon the demons of heck with a honk to defeat them.
That's cool.
New PC here. I like that. I like how it's the family-friendly Ghost Rider.
Yes.
Alright. Alright, so we're at the halfway point here. Ooh, Ghost Rider. Looking cool. Classic.
Nice.
Rachel Van Helsing.
I just like the variety of art here. This is good.
This is cool. Daniel Drum and something shiny here.
Oh.
We have a Mighty Thor. Ultra
Oh,
abilities.
wow. Jane Foster. That's awesome.
Ooh, that's so pretty. Number 17 of 30, so 17 of 30 not numbered, but 17 of 30 in the insert sets would be my assumption. Upper Deck will do numbering like that on like Palladiums and such. But that's really pretty. Wow. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
We have
That's how they used to number inserts back in the 90s, actually.
It's cool. Strange Tales inserts. And Monstrosity. I'm going to sleeve up the Mighty Thor.
That's a really pretty card.
It is. I like the foiling on it.
Me too.
I'm curious as to what our connection to the Midnight Suns is.
You know, Spider-Man's in here. There's a few characters in here they did that with. And Marvel has a lot of crossover, so I'm sure there's some kind of justification, but it's definitely getting those characters into a full Ultra set, I'm sure.
Not complaining, just curious. Ooh, we have a medallion. Medallion coming up.
I like the medallions a lot. That's a great Electro, wow.
Elsa Bloodstone.
Very cool.
We do have Mephisto.
Nice.
Clean, too. Some of the Fleer Ultra ones would have issues with the roller marks.
Yep.
So that's pretty. Mephisto. Spirit of Vengeance insert. That looks sick with the blue. And Clea Strange.
That art takes everything away. That's a really nice card.
Yeah. Arian Makuo. Beautiful. I mean, all the art's great, but...
It is. I like the variety, too. It's good.
Oh, yeah. I like how each one, like, since I'm not familiar with a lot of these characters, or I've, like, just heard of them, it makes me want to, like, read all of the cards, too.
That's the magic of Marvel cards, though, you know?
Because I'm definitely guilty of, like, looking through, oh, I think we have a purple something. You know, being like, oh, this is a cool Iron Man card, but I never read the back. I just be like, oh, it's Iron Man. I look at it and then set it to the side. But having the information about the characters on the back is always really cool.
Very much so, yeah.
Modred the Mystic. Another medallion, another Lilith.
Lilith, cool.
Say Tales to Astonish. Strange Tales Parallel. Purple Amethyst, maybe? No, it's just got a purple border. It is a silver. Interesting. Man-Thing.
Hey.
There he is. I suppose this one is like brown, too. This wasn't quite black, so... It did look black, though, but that one, the first one was brown, so I guess it being a different color is nothing too crazy. I wonder if they're just colored by, like, key art. Like, if the comic cover has, like, purple highlights, they made the border purple.
Yeah, like, that's the majority of the color on the cover, so they used that, I wonder. Oof.
I wonder if the cloak makes a puzzle with the dagger.
I'm sure it does.
I believe dagger was also
Simone would do that.
Some...
I'm sure Simone did that. I'd be surprised if he didn't. Another medallion.
Loki medallion.
Wow, Loki.
Spellcraft Stories, Moon Knight versus Werewolf. Interesting. Yep, the werewolf. Scarecrow. I didn't know there was a Marvel Scarecrow. Oh, no, this one's damaged. Oop. How'd that happen?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oof.
How did that happen? There's nothing on the front. That's crazy. Interesting. Oh, no, that's the artist name. I was like, the artist name is Jonathan. And I was like, the DC Scarecrow's name is Jonathan. But no, that's the artist name, not the character name. I didn't actually know there was a Marvel Scarecrow. That's cool.
There's actually a crazy good connection between a lot of heroes and Marvel to DC, because they were at one point looking at seeing what they were publishing across the publishing houses, so they were copying characters and doing weird stuff like that.
We do have another 5-card pack, so I feel like we'll have a 7-card one coming up. Dracula, Green Spirits of Vengeance, Dormammu Medallion.
That looks good.
Phantom Rider.
Nice.
Elsa. Alright, just 2 packs left in this box. You got Mistress Death. Ooh, Carnage. That's a cool looking Carnage.
That's a crazy looking Carnage. Wow.
That's cool. Louise Hastings, Green. Dracula. Medallion.
Nice.
Spellcraft Stories. Cosmic Ghost Rider base. Alright, final pack. So far in this box we did have the comic clippings and a blue parallel for numbered cards. Looks like that pack was just a little short, because we do have 6 cards here. I wonder if the pack with the Lilith acetate had 7 cards, perhaps. We got Blade, Hellcats.
Ah, cool.
Stacy Dolan. A 5th medallion. Robbie Reyes. Darkhold. And Daniel Drum. Alright, so 1 hit and 1 numbered parallel. Not sure on how rare some of these inserts are, so we might have found a short print. Know that the puzzle inserts and other Fleer Ultra sets have been rare, although not sure. Of course, we just have the 1 box here to compare. So we don't know if perhaps the puzzle's more common in this release or not, but historically that one has been pretty rare. But yeah, I love the base design. I think it's very simple, with just the foiling around the top and bottom, but it suits it well. Reminds me of like Gothic architecture. Like that framing, it gives the, I think, a vibe that's really appropriate for the set. So I really like this, but yeah. Take a look
and
at
I like that it's minimal too. It doesn't overwhelm the art at all. It's really well done.
Yeah, but for our sleeve cards here, we did have that Mighty Thor insert. The Hellfire Lilith. The Adam Warlock, numbered to 180. And the Doctor Strange comic clippings, number 17 of 40. Doctor Strange front and center on that one. Now, I have no idea who this is, but they're red.
And they're angry.
Yeah,
unless they're just like going out for ice cream or something, but I'm pretty sure they're upset.
They look like they came up to Doctor Strange in a huff. They're like...
in a huff.
They're like, why didn't you get a second box of Fleer Ultra to open tonight? That's
How could you?
How could you? Jim in chat says Ultra Shade has short prints, not sure which ones though. But yeah, we'll have to check out the Upper Deck checklist for this product, but
yeah.
Just first impressions, I think the cards look great. Quality control, yeah, we had that Scarecrow with the giant dent in the back. Other than that, for especially stuff that's like really thick stock, it's definitely easy for these to get banged up around the corners. Oftentimes you'll see chipping along the edges just from the cards being cut. But looks really clean. I would say much cleaner than Fleer Ultra Avengers.
That's good news.
But Fleer Ultra Avengers sometimes had like really, really nice cases, and then some that had like a lot of issues. But Medallions here looking a lot cleaner. Didn't see any like roller marks as we've seen in the past with them. So looking really clean. like impressive. I'm like, is this real? Like, is this real life? These are really clean medallions. But no, I really enjoyed this, and I'm curious to see chat's opinion on this product. I thought it was beautiful. Really want to see more of that base set. Now, you're not going to get a full set in a box. It's 100 cards, and with just 6 cards per pack, 12 packs per box. Not 6 base cards either per pack. There's definitely stuff that we didn't see in this set, so I do recommend, if you all enjoyed this set, go ahead and take a look for other openings, look online. Lots of people, I'm sure, opening up this set this weekend if you have more curiosity regarding this product. But I really enjoyed it. I think this was a very fun release from Upper Deck. Would have loved to see a sketch or an autograph in here, but I know they're going to be out there. Comic clippings in Avengers was not super common, so...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if comic clippings are common here, but I do love the design and the border they did for their comic clippings. It's very, very thematic to the set, and I think it'll stand out.
Yeah.
For a long period of time. I do love that whole tombstone kind of shape. That's really cool.
Yeah. Terry says medallions are very slick. Ghost says love the art. Mako says I give it an 8 out of 10. Very nice set. That was fun. Thanks, Ali and Fausto. All right, well, Chad, I'm glad that you all enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. So we had fun, but we want you guys to have fun too, right? Like, we'll open any Marvel. We're like, this is great, and Chad will be like, what about us? But no, I really enjoyed it. I really appreciate you making the time to come hang out with us, have a collaboration tonight. It would be great
Always.
to have
This
you
is a
come back
blast.
another time if, everyone's schedules line up. So
I'm always around. You just let me know. I'll be here. When there's Marvel product around, I'll be here to check it out. Thank you, Allie.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you. I will put you away now when I find my mouse. You are free to leave. You can escape me now. Bye.
Bye, my friend.
Can I show the blue parallel again? Of course. But very, very fun. I really, really enjoyed this set. It's gorgeous cards. I love especially just the way the gloss is situated on the base. Right? You have gloss on the character, gloss around the, the whatever etching you have, and then the rest of the card's matte. I know it's not always the easiest to see on camera, however, in hand, it's like, wow, this looks really, really slick. So blue parallel number to 180. And beautiful cards. So I really enjoyed this release from Upper Deck. I know last week we opened a box of Goodwin Champions. Not everyone was digging the design on that, but it seems like we all pretty much enjoyed this set. So curious myself to check out more of this product this weekend. Why do I still have my headphones on? I was like, I sound weird. And I was like, oh, so I'm basically wearing earmuffs. But now that we've finished our opening, it's time to get on into another one of our highlights here on Card Connection. That is our community spotlights. Woo! Community spotlights. Do have some specific submissions this week for the community spotlight. Let's go ahead and start off with the submission from Mako. Mako here in chat. Thank you so much for sharing your gorgeous Pristine 10 special art rare Blastoise EX from Pokemon 151. So this card is a CGC Pristine 10 special art rare Blastoise Japanese, and it is my favorite Pokemon character. So congrats, Mako, on having this awesome Blastoise in your collection. Awesome condition, awesome looking slab of your favorite Pokemon. Congrats on this addition to your personal collection, and thank you so much for sharing with us here on the community spotlight. So we do have another Pokemon card. Mako says, I love that card. It does look really cool. Blastoise underwater. I feel like we see a lot of cards, of course, with Blastoise, hydro pumping or whatever on lands, but I'm really digging the Scarlet and Violet era special art rares. We did get some reveals of like a Reuniclus today that I thought looked really cool for upcoming March release, I believe, for English for the next Pokemon sets. The name has been revealed. I know pre-orders are up on the Pokemon Center for their exclusive ETBs and such, but I don't remember what it's called, to be honest. But yeah, that should be coming, I believe, mid-March. But the art, I love these art rares. I love them. We saw, of course, in Sword and Shield, like the alternate arts but just these special art rares, the SARs, and then in English, the special illustration rares, the regular illustration rares. They're a little easier to pull than the alternate arts as well, and you just get to enjoy a lot of really cool looking Pokemon cards. So this one's gorgeous, but also this one I thought was very interesting. I saw this one on Instagram, reached out to the Hoenn Bazaar. This is a art rare in Thai. Pokemon does print now in Thailand, or Thai language cards. This is a Mousehold from Clayburst, Pristine 10. This post here from the Hoenn Bazaar says, Happy New Year! I hope you're surrounded by friends and family in 2024, just like these Mousehold. And Tandemaus and Mousehold is an interesting new Pokemon from the Scarlet and Violet era. So Tandemaus is, there's like 2 of them, but they're one Pokemon, but it's 2, they're in tandem. And then it evolves into Mousehold, and then there's 4 of them. It's a little family. It's a really interesting concept. It's like, you don't want to think about it too much in terms of like, it's like Pokemon that have like clothes built into their character design. It's like, those aren't clothes, that's like your skin. It's like, it's one of those things, you don't think about it too much, but it's cool. I like it. Tandemaus into Mousehold, super cute family. Look at them all. They're also like not attached. They're like a unit. Just they're together. There's 4 of them. Look, this one is an even larger Mousehold. So beautiful card here. Pristine 10 Thai language Mousehold art rare. Hoenn Bazaar. And then for our final piece of our community spotlight tonight, last but not least, we have this beautiful card, beautiful Marvel art here from 2022 Marvel Masterpieces. This is the 9 of 10 Shatterstar variant cover autograph, posted by Run It Back Collectibles, at same username, Run It Back Collectibles on Instagram. Thought it was appropriate. I saw a beautiful high grade, like I said, thick cards tend to have a lot of quality control issues. There's just a lot more to go wrong with them. Easier, when they're bouncing around, there's thicker borders, on the sides of the card to get certain imperfections in transit and shipping, packing, everything. So 9, gorgeous card, New Mutants What If variant cover, Shatterstar autograph, 9 of 10. I wanted to share that with you all. So I do try to prowl through. If you tag us on Instagram especially, tag CGC Cards when you get your new cards back. If you pick something up online, you're like, I love my CGC slab, go ahead and tag us on Instagram. And you too may see yourself with a comment that says, hi, do you have permission to use your image? Make sure you answer. I know everyone's busy though, not everyone gets back to me, which is fine. But yeah, or of course you can reach out directly. Go ahead and reach out to us. The email address is in the description down below. If you got questions, comments, cards to share, reach out at Card Connection at cgccards.com, or of course you can message the social media team and they'll pass anything along wherever it needs to go. If you have a customer service question, they'll point you in the right direction. If you have something for Card Connection, they'll send it to me. So very communicative social media team, customer service from all my interactions have been very kind. So if you ever have any questions, there's always someone that can help you out. Go ahead and reach out to us, but specifically for Card Connection, topic suggestions, questions, or things to share, Card Connection at cgccards.com. And although that ends off all of our segments today for the show, there is something I'd like to mention. Sneak peek at the end, totally not because I forgot to mention it in our news and announcement section, but next week, Card Connection will be debuting their official logo. We are real, chat. We're real. We're real. We have a real logo, and that will be making its debut. I'll be prettying up all of our backgrounds and everything, put myself in the corner so my arm doesn't phase out of existence, when I do this. But yes, we'll have a fancy logo. I'm excited. I love it a lot, and I hope that you all will like it too. Right? It's not that deep, but for me, it's like, wow, I have a logo. That's so cool. So yes, that'll be debuting next week. So no more is the sometimes hard to read font in the thumbnails that says Card Connection. It'll be fancy. But with that does wrap off everything I have for you here tonight. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining for another great episode, in my opinion, of Card Connection. Sorry for the audio scuff. Like I said, it's not an episode if I don't push the wrong button at least once. We're still new. We're only 8 episodes in. But yes, looking forward to chatting with you all next week for episode 9. And of course, hopefully, if any of you are going to Culture Collision, come say hi to me. Like I said, I'll be at the show. Come swing by the CGC Cards booth, talk to our team, take some pictures. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Hope you had a fun evening. Have a great weekend. And keep having fun collecting. Have a good night.